Hey everybody, today is Friday, May 10th, 2024, and this is my edible gardening update. And I think today we're going to start in the greenhouse. Okay, so the greenhouse is kind of turning into my laboratory. Like I've told you, I've gardened, pretty much all my life, but never on a large scale, or I'm going to say larger scale, such as this one. And so it's a lot of experimenting, especially since I've never had a greenhouse before. So what I have done is, all right, I'm starting, well, my warm weather plants have always been in here. I started them from seeds. But this bed here was my first bed I planted, and it had peas in it. But as you remember, my first night after setting up the greenhouse, my nemesis chipmunk family got in here and rearranged everything. And these peas here had never, ever done well. So I tore them up. And I also took out a lot of cold crops in here, and I'm in the process of removing them because we've had such hot weather that it's gotten too hot in the greenhouse and everything started bolting. So we're back down to what is normal temperatures, but it's still hot in here. So anyways, I took this out and I decided to do a little bit of an experiment here because usually tomato seeds I plant very, very early in the year, and I plant them as seedlings. I thought, well, I'm noticing a difference between how things grow in the house under grow light, how they grow in the greenhouse, and how they grow outside in the garden. I'm seeing differences. So I thought, well, I'm going to throw some tomato seeds in here just to see what happens. And then in the front, I put some basil seeds. So I did that on the 9th. Today is, well, that was yesterday. Okay, so I'm just going to wait and see what happens. So I'm just going to leave my carrots in here. I don't have a lot of hope for them because it's just gotten too hot. And then in here, I believe, what did I have in here? Arugula in these two boxes. So I took out the arugula, and here I planted some lima beans. Let me see, I've never planted lima beans before, so I do not know what they look like when they're small. I don't think anything's coming up yet. Just planted those in the 7th. I put one of my chocolate beauty peppers, other chocolate beauty bell peppers. So I got one in here. I have, when the other ones mature, I'll be putting those in here. I'm really excited about these peppers. So chocolate beauty bell peppers, really cool. So in here, I have some very, very, very tiny jalapenos. Now I started a lot in the house over the winter with green light, and they were doing really, really well, but I did not, when I brought them out to the greenhouse, I should have hardened them off to the greenhouse, I think, first, so I lost a lot. Now in here, as I told you guys, last week I was so excited because my cucumbers were doing so well. Something ate them. So I guess I'm going to have to ramp it up with my diatomaceous earth and my neem oil. I'm very upset because I need to make pickles. Now in here, these were the first tomato plants I planted in the greenhouse in a bed, and they were just teeny tiny little things, and just look at how well they're doing. That's the one, because remember I lost 2 because I got too cold at night and I forgot to close that window. I lost 2 of the 4 I had in here. I have added more in here since. This one here, it's like its growth was stunted, and I didn't think it was going to make it. But look at it, it's just starting to catch up with the others. I put a couple little tiny bell peppers in here. We'll see what happens. So in here, I removed, let me get out of there. I removed the mustard that was in here. And I have planted sugar pumpkins in here. I did that on the 3rd. And as you can see, there's one little one coming up there. Another little one coming up there. I think that's hard to tell. That might be one, but I'm not so sure. So I have at least 2 coming up. So today what I am doing is I'm going to take the rest of the Grandma Hadley's lettuce out, and I think in here I'm going to plant the plum tomatoes. I want a lot of plum tomatoes because I want to make a lot of sauce and can it this year. Make my mom and my grandma proud. So let's see. Over here, this garden bed is really, I mean, it's just doing, or garden bed, this tomato bed is doing amazing. Now, I have a regular customer at the flea market. And, you know, I bring little seedlings just in case anybody wants to buy it. And she told me what she was looking for was cherry tomatoes. These Mexico midgets right there are a type of cherry tomato. And last week, I felt they were too small to come to the market with me. Well, this week they're looking really good. I might bring one or two to see if, you know, she's interested in these. But we're doing really well. Now, these peas here, they just keep growing and growing and growing, as you can see. Not producing too much. I think I have some pods. Let's see. I have, yeah, there's like a little one there. I have a couple little pods, but not too much going on here. So you know that's going to be coming out soon. This is the kale bed. I will be taking that up and putting, you know, a warm crop in here. So in here I had the broccoli. I took that up. A lot of it went outside in the outside garden. And I planted honey rock melon in here. That might be one coming up. I'm not sure. Can't remember what that looks like when it's tiny. And then, of course, I have my spinach over here. That will be coming up also, and I will be replacing that. So, that's it for the greenhouse. And I think we'll go out to the outside garden now. Okay, so we're in the outside garden. The cool down in the weather yesterday and all the rain really popped up my cold crops. Finally. I've never grown this kale before. I usually grow the curly one. It is finally popping up and growing after that rain. It just got too hot. We had an unusually hot spring until now. So here, I don't know how these are going to do, but so far my Brussels sprouts are doing amazing, and they look even better after yesterday, and it's cool today. Hopefully they will grow and produce Brussels sprouts before the hot weather comes back in for the rest of, you know, until September. We start getting cold again mid-September. So there is my butterhead bib lettuce. Now those two pots, I don't know if you could see them, the sun is kind of blocking what I'm seeing here. Yesterday, I harvested these and we had them for dinner, for salad. Oh my God, so good. And here, my broccoli, it looks like it's doing okay. I've only tried to grow broccoli once before. It was years ago, and it just bolted on me because at the time I was still brainwashed, as most Northeast Ohioans are, that you do not plant until at least after Mother's Day. And so my spinach and my broccoli bolted. And here you can see my mustard seed. Oh, my mustard greens. They are just going crazy. I'm probably going to leave some of these to bolt and go to seed so that I can plant more or make mustard, because I like to make mustard. My carrots, they're growing. I think these are going to do better than the ones in the greenhouse. And I have here's my arugula. That one bolted because of the heat. Oh my goodness, I have to get the neem oil out. Look at what happened. Oh my Lord. Okay, neem oil is coming out as soon as I'm done with this video. Swiss chard. Well, apparently nobody likes to eat the Swiss chard because that's looking good. Let's see. My spinach over here. What I have in here so far is doing good. Oh, look at that one's getting crinkly. I cannot see because of the sun, but that one's getting its crinkly leaves. So yeah, I'm going to put some more spinach out here. This is my radish. Now they grow much better outside than in a greenhouse. We had some really good radishes out of here. They're the French breakfast. I am trying to get a good angle here where my shadow's not in the way. I have a few more left in here. I think more than I had thought originally, because the other day when I got some for a salad, it looked like there was only like 2 left. But after the rain and the cool down, I see a lot growing now. Not a lot, but this French breakfast radish, it's okay, but I think I'm going to go back in the fall and grow the round radish. So over here, these are my Tom Thumb peas in the pot, and of course I harvested the radish that the chipmunks planted in here for me. They were very tasty. These all have flowers and starting to get pods. This is my Amish snap peas, and they are doing great. I just planted them recently. And here are more of the Tom Thumb peas that I just tossed into here. Love these things. Now my green arrow peas. These are not a sugar snap. These are just regular peas. They've started coming up. So I really think, oh, here's another butterhead bib lettuce and stuff. And I have stuff saved for my sister. So this cool down has really helped with the outside garden because it's still cold crops here. So let's move on, I think, to the berries. I'm really excited about my berries. As you can see, these 2 blueberry bushes I bought from Fast Growing Trees, extremely healthy. Now these, might be starting to get some berries up there. I'm not sure. This one isn't producing quite that much. But this blueberry bush over here, let's see. Oops, I gotta get this netting out. I don't know if you could see it. There's blueberries there. Thought I saw some starting someplace else. Now, being so young, I'm probably not going to get much. But I'm really excited. Now, what I did this week was I went over to the edge of the woods and dug up some wild blackberry and put them on this side of the yard where it's nice and sunny. And they have taken so well. This one, well, maybe not so well. I don't know. Anyways, this one is getting a lot of berries on it. It has berries all over it. So we'll see how that works. Leaves are looking a little iffy on that one now. This one seems to be a younger plant. I don't see any berries on this one, but I'm going to start covering everything with netting. I'm even going to go over to the edge of the woods and possibly cover those too. And if I can find where the heck that Allegheny blackberry patch is, I'm going to transplant some Allegheny blackberries over here too. So let's go over here to my little raised herb garden that many of you know I got last year, because I really couldn't garden last year. I was in a wheelchair and then I was in a walker. And I was told I cannot garden, which really made me depressed. And I did cry. So I got that so I could sit in my wheelchair or a folding chair and garden. So I had a little herb garden in there. Oh, look at the russet potatoes. Finally coming up and growing like crazy. Oh my gosh, every time I turn around, it seems like they've grown a few inches. So, such a beautiful day today. Over here is my raised herb garden that I restarted this year. Oh my gosh, that dill is just loving this weather. It has really perked up. My lovage back there, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to see if I can maybe lift up my netting so you can get a better look. Oh, I do have it tied. So let me see if I can get in here. I don't know if you could see. Oh yeah, that's the lovage growing there. This is my mojito mint. It's really perking up and spreading like crazy. Look at my cilantro, looking good. Okay, so I think last but not least, my garlic. It's just, it's doing wonderful. Really is. I don't think I'm going to do pots anymore because that one, it's stunted. So anyways, I believe, I'm thinking, I don't think I have anything else for this week. So I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be and make it a joyful one.